Wemby really proved himself over this last season.
And next, we'll give away our 2K TV Most Proven Award to the player with the most wins in the Proving Ground this year.
Congratulations, BTA TNB.
The WNBA just tipped off an exciting new season, but in NBA 2K25, the excitement has been strong since launch.
Coming right up, the Trailblazers taking on the Mavericks. For Portland, they're halfway through the season and need to pick it up if they want to end strong. Is time on their side? Mavs, Blazers, up next on 2K Sports. Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball on 2K Sports. Alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg, I'm Brian Anderson. We'll talk to Allie LaForce, who's on the sidelines as well. Looking at the starting five for the Dallas Mavericks. Anthony Davis is out there with Washington. Then it's MP, then it's Daniel Gafford, and it's Irving in at the point. And for Portland, Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Denny Avdia out there with Robert Williams. And it's Kamari in at the 3 spot. Well, Grant, this is not your average regular season game. These teams are fierce rivals.
Oh, yes, they are, B.A. I love playing in these type of games. I mean, the fans are extra loud. The players are fired up. This will be fun.
Now here's Irving. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
How many different ways can Kyrie Irving beat his man? I mean, his array of moves is endless.
Henderson against Irving. Henderson misses. Outside Davis. Over Avdia. And that one's good. Davis.
I know Davis would prefer to get it inside, but he's making the most of his mid-range chance.
Sharp goes in. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. This is the first time they've seen Portland this season.
And despite the difference in talent level, these teams were fairly evenly matched last year.
Off to a nice start here. They've hit all 3 from the field.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for Portland. 6-point game. Howard down after the assist led him to the lane.
And this guy has some bounce. Always fun seeing Sharp hammer at home.
MP finds Irving. Outside Davis. On the wing, Irving. Shoots from the elbow. And it's Dallas scoring again.
We've seen Kyrie do this so many times, precise in the 2-man game. Lethal, too.
Henderson outside. Pass to Avdia. Shoots over Davis. And Avdia with the basket on the assist by Henderson.
This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Irving against Henderson. 11 feet out. Irving, that's good. Irving's got 6.
5 of 5 to start the game, and it might be the second quarter before they miss the way they're knocking these shots down. Boy, everything's pure.
And Davis with the block.
Expert timing by Davis on the block. Right when the ball was at its apex, he got it.
Tries again, and he lays it in. He's got 6.
Just so successful getting the ball inside and finding those great looks.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. They put up a nice win against Sacramento last time out.
Yeah, they hit the court last game with some serious attitude, especially on offense.
And, you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
And here is our race for Rookie of the Year. You can feel the excitement around this group. So much potential. You look at MP, getting his feet wet early in the year, just outside that top 5. He's a rookie to track the rest of the way.
To be mentioned in the top 10 of a strong rookie class says a lot about his potential.
Yep, and there's a lot of competition for the ROI this season. Rookie of the Year, folks, if you're not keeping up. And as early as it is, you know, he's got plenty of time to put himself right in the middle of the running.
Outside Irving. And the bucket is good.
And now almost all their points coming from the paint.
And here's Henderson. He'll bring it up for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 10. Well, we have a chance to hear from Shams Charania. He's calling in right now. Shams, great to have you on, bud.
Well, guys, the Blazers with the draft night trade for two-way wing Denny Avdia, a young but established player on a value contract. Portland's added a guy who should help them win now and down the line. Guys, it appears Avdia is going to be a pretty seamless fit for Portland.
All right, Shams, thank you. Here's MP following the bucket by the Blazers. Here's Gafford. Missed it. Now 0 for 1 in this game. The Trailblazers have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Here's Sharp. Gafford grabs the miss. And Dallas with possession. They're on a 14-6 run. Davis misses.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
Outstanding distribution there. I mean, what impressive passing ability.
Dallas leading by 6. On the wing, Davis. Defended by Avdia. Davis, that's good. Davis has got 8.
Hey, they're just getting pushed around inside.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And there's the whistle. The illegal screen is the call.
Well, the league has put an emphasis to crack down on illegal screens.
Yeah, you know, he might have gotten away with that a few years ago, but not anymore. No way. Now you've got to be stationary on those screens. No extra hips or elbows, or they'll call it.
MP outside. Pass to Irving. Back to MP. And here's Gafford. Williams defending. Gafford passes to Washington. 6 on the shot clock. Three-pointer. Pure from three-point range.
And they've settled in quickly today. A nice flow and rhythm to their offense.
Yeah, they're lasered in. I mean, really making the most of their possessions.
Time called here. The Trailblazers decide to talk it over. And close to a quarter of the way into the season now, Grant, how aware are the players of where they are in the season?
You know, B.A., you generally are aware of where you are in the year, but you rarely see guys counting games played or anything like that.
Henderson against Irving. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's Kamari. Gafford with the block. Avdia against Davis. And he drains it. A solid 5 for 6 now.
Yeah, he's been having his way this quarter, attacking the basket and protecting their lead.
Henderson, the pass to Williams. Here's Kamari. Back to Williams.
Yeah, really left him no choice there. He had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
This is his first trip to the free throw line tonight.
You know, even in games where he hasn't been at his best this season, I mean, he still managed to get it done at the charity stripe when he gets his opportunities.
And Williams drops them both.
Really always a plus to have a big guy stroke it from the line like that. The soft touch on full display.
Outside Irving. On the wing, Davis. It goes again. His 6th basket in 7 tries.
Well, you got to be in awe of what he's doing this quarter, actually destroying the opponent.
Here's Avdia. Misses from short range. The Mavericks lead by 13. Washington passes to MP. Here's Davis. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Davis has got 14 points.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, you know, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Now here's MP. On the wing, Davis. An easy 2 on the layup. 16 points for him.
Tell you what, he has been feeling it, guys, and the best game plan right now, it's elementary. Just keep feeding him. Let him eat.
Avdia against Washington. Avdia can't get it to go. And a chance to add to the lead here.
Yeah, BA, they should really stick with what they've been doing.
Pass to Gafford. Inside. Fades away. And Davis with the basket on the assist by Gafford.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense, man.
I think they've really got to start committing more bodies down low and really kind of close that area off defensively.
Now here's Sharp. He's got 6. And that one drops for him.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless.
On the wing, Davis. Back to MP. Right side, Davis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
And a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
One other thing they've done really well, moving the ball around. They've done a nice job not settling for that initial option and making that extra pass.
Despite entering his 30s, Anthony Davis is not slowing down, Grant.
Yeah, BA. And last year, AD put up the best rebounding numbers of his career. And his shooting percentage also very high. And just watching him, Davis is still an all-NBA caliber player, capable of taking over on both ends.
Now here's Davis. Turned in an outstanding game against Utah. Just 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Avdia outside. Pass to Klingon. Thompson pulls it in. And so Thompson will bring it up for the Mavericks. They lead by 17. They defeated Utah in their last game.
Oh my, talk about mental toughness. The crowd was roaring against them, but they were able to focus and finish the task at hand.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Now here's Avdia. He's coming off a 10-point game against Sacramento.
Boy, I thought his passing was absolutely fantastic. I mean, really picked apart the defense all game long. Great activity level on the boards. Impressive. Wow.
On the wing, Thompson. Soft touch off the glass.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Well, everything's coming too easily. I mean, at some point defensively, you have to take something away.
And it's Simons missing.
Well, I admire the fact he's trying to power through this rough stretch, but on occasion, you'll have periods like this.
Davis finds Gafford. And the dunk by Gafford.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Here's Klingon. No points so far. Avdia attacking. Shoots over Thompson.
Mavericks foul.
So for doubt. Henderson, the pass to Sharp, who poked away. It's stolen by Washington. Taking a look at the Mavericks. Davis out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Washington. Then it's MP. And it's Irving in at the 2. Davis hits.
AD just shoving past the inside contact that time. Powerful move getting it done.
Pass to Henderson. The putback goes up again. That shot, no good. Excellent D there from Davis.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
Here's Washington. Count it. Good.
P.J.
Washington's got 5.
Yeah, their defense is starting to wear down. That's 3 straight buckets at the rim.
Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamare. He had 10 points in the win against Sacramento. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
Gafford, he's checked in for Lively. Now here's Davis. Give him 23. Drops in the layup for 2. Davis has got 25 points.
They're finding ways to get the ball into the paint. 5 consecutive buckets.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Davis with it. Williams defending. To the paint. And the dunk by Gafford.
They've been very well-rounded and extremely focused.
Almost no holes in their performance tonight. They've been tremendous.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
The Blazers have a lot to learn. Coach Chauncey Billups said, I owe it to these players to coach them. The only way I know to do that is with honesty. It's always coming from a good place. Once you know that, then you take it with love. I lead with love. I don't lead with fear. Brian?
That's a Hall of Fame mentality, Allie. He's been in their shoes. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers.
And they're up considerably because of their efforts on the glass.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
And so here's Portland after the basket by Dallas. Pass to Sharp. Can they get it? Rebound, Anthony Davis. Davis has got 4 rebounds in the game.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Left side Irving. Outside Davis. Shot clock at 5. Washington passes to MP. Dallas needs to get off a shot. And that one's good. Davis.
Okay, I'd say any time is a good time to give it to AD, but particularly when you're fighting the shot clock. Let him have it and go to work.
Henderson with it. Irving picks him up. Pass to Kamare. 3-pointer Sharp. The Mavericks pull it in. Davis has got 5 rebounds tonight. Washington up top. 5 points in the game.
Well, part of the game plan was to neutralize the crowd. And guess what? Mission accomplished.
And what's been impressive is that it's not been any one player. It's been a collective effort, contributions from everybody.
Down low. It's tipped. Klingon. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Daniel Gafford picks one up.
And one look at Donovan Klingon, and you see why scouts were excited about him. 7'2" with a great build. You can only imagine the intimidating presence he could become on the floor.
Now here's Davis. 33 points for him. And the shot goes in.
They have no answer defensively inside.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Williams against Davis.
Yeah, and Henderson has got some hops for sure. You cannot let him get to the rim.
And Dallas with possession. They're on an 18-3 run. Irving, the pass to Davis. And here's Gafford. MP scanning the floor. Irving finds Davis. Now here's Washington. And And he banks in the layup. Washington's gotten 4 this quarter.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches. He used to say, that ain't gonna get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
Now here's Henderson. He had 22 in the win against Sacramento. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Yeah, he's just explosive. I mean, Scoot gets off the ground in a hurry and puts some emphasis on it, too.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Sharp against Irving. It's good. Irving's got 13.
Are you serious? I mean, he made the defender look silly right there. Just an epic move.
Pass to Williams. Can't get it to drop. Excellent D there from Davis. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from deep in the second quarter. To the inside. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. MP's got 3 assists now in this one. Pass to Klingon. Henderson outside. Mavericks with a rebound. Davis has got 8 rebounds in the game. MP with it. Henderson picks him up. Here's Gafford. Some solid defense from Williams.
Great contest down low. Allowing no easy hoops is a winning approach.
Here's Kamare. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Here's Sharp. Gafford grabs the miss.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Irving, the pass to MP. Washington inside, defended by Henderson. Kicks it out to MP. Another shot. And the layup is up and in. MP's got his first basket.
Boy, an excellent passer for a big man. P.J. Washington's floor awareness, impressive.
They need something good to happen here.
Yeah, they've gone way too long without a score.
And Gafford with the block. Washington inside, working on Williams. Here's Davis. Nails the baby hook. Davis has got 39.
And talk about imposing your will. That's 10 straight points in the paint.
Well, constantly finding lanes to the basket, getting great looks inside.
Now here's Henderson. 9 points in the game. Kamare, that's good.
Yeah, you see the vision from Henderson. Just a terrific facilitator.
Outside Irving. Pass to Washington. Making his mark again. He's shooting 4 for 9 in this one.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
MP against Henderson. 3-pointer. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Davis has got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Washington against Sharp.
2 minutes.
Kicks it out to MP.
2 minutes.
On the wing, Irving. Coming off a 16-point game against Utah.
And even with the miss, that's a high percentage shot for him.
Here's Henderson. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Clearly the defense could have been better there, guys, but he also needs to convert that.
Count that bucket.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, hey, they've been clearly the better team.
Now here's Henderson. Here's Kamare. Portland, no good that time either. Pass to Irving. MP outside. Outside Davis. Irving goes in. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Irving's got 7 points here in the quarter.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That's what happens when you challenge Davis. He can be so disruptive as a defender.
Second chance effort. Kamari, that's good. Kamari's got 7 points in the game.
Yep, you know, after a scoreless first period, he's really turned it up a notch, building some momentum.
The ball's knocked loose, and that's out of bounds. Dallas will keep it. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Marshall, he's checked in for Dallas. Thompson comes in for Irving. "26 seconds left in the first half. Here's Marshall. Count it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on them.
Now Simons. He had 37 points in the win against Sacramento.
And despite drawing a lot of contact, he just kept coming, which resulted in a ton of free throws.
Lets it fly from 18. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Dallas, and they're up an insane amount going into the break. Their efficiency has been... And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. A fantastic game from Anthony Davis in this one.
And given that he's just delivered a double-double through 2 quarters, I'm excited to see his stats at the end of the night.
Yeah, he's got that locked-in look in his eyes tonight, and he's not going to start taking it easy. I think he's going to be going hard until that final whistle blows.
Scoot and Sharp are the backcourt set. Robert Williams out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamari in at the 3 slot. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. Well, Clark, we hear coaches often say, trust your teammates. Why is that sometimes a challenge?
Well, you know, when you talk about passing the basketball, there's got to be a level of trust and confidence that where you pass it to is going to produce some fruit, and that it might come back to you if that's the best play. And then defensively, you can't be good defensively without communicating and trusting one another to cover for each other in the defensive scheme that you're playing.
Here's Avdia. They get the rebound. Dallas has gone 4 of 5 from outside the arc in this one. Here's Irving. That one falls. 8 of 10 and scoring with confidence.
They're winning the battle down low by imposing their will.
Yeah, it's really been quite a contrast. I like the way they're attacking the middle at their offensive end.
Henderson against Irving. And that one is hammered home.
And just slippery with the ball in his hands. Henderson will dissect you off the dribble.
Oh, doing damage above the rim. That was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Here's Washington. Sharp grabs the miss.
Showing great intensity around the rim is part of why he's a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution. Far from an ideal start here. I mean, this half just 1 for 4 so far.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Henderson finds Sharp. And there's the foul. It'll go on Shaden Sharp. That's his first foul.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Excellent example of toughness and physicality on defense. Got his nose right in the middle of things and made a play.
Here's Irving. Again, the Mavericks good for 2 more.
Good, solid start to the half, hitting 3 out of 4.
Henderson against Irving. Avdia passes to Sharp. Looking to get back on track. Mavericks with the rebound. Washington's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Right side Irving. Outside Davis. To the middle. Gafford against Williams. Pass to Davis. 4 on the clock. Avdia pulls it in. For Portland, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Henderson with it. Here's Sharp. Fires the 3. Washington grabs the miss. Washington's got double-digit rebounds now in the game. MP, the pass to Irving. Cash. It's MP picking up the assist. Irving's got 8 here in this quarter.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety.
Here's Henderson, and there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, despite standing about 6'2", Henderson has a big-time vertical, and he plays a lot bigger than his height.
Klingett, he's checked in for Williams. Lively, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Exum comes in for Washington. The Mavericks have gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this 3rd quarter. Here's Exum, and counted from 12 feet. Exum's got his first points of the night.
Well, I think he shot the ball well, guys, but I don't think he shot it enough. The more shots he gets from here on out, the more they'll stretch out this lead.
Pass to Kamare. And there's the foul. It's on Derek Lively. That's his first foul. You know, Grant, we've seen career performances in the play-in tournament, but the stats don't count for regular season or the playoffs.
You know, that's crazy, B.A. So let's just count them as playoff stats. It used to be only 3 rounds instead of 4, so there is a precedent to adding more games to the official postseason.
Impeccable mechanics this quarter. He's been perfect from the field.
Here's Henderson, and he converts the layup. Henderson's got 15.
When everything clicks for Henderson, you're going to see a lot of nights like this.
Henderson against Irving. Over Henderson, and it's Dallas scoring again.
And from the mid-range area, they've been the more effective team.
Well, when you knock down jumpers like that, it opens everything else up as well.
Henderson, the pass to Simons. And out of bounds. Dallas will have it. And now a peek at some of the players competing for a spot in the dunk contest. All of them true dunk artists who can do some spectacular things in the air.
And I can't wait to see what these guys have dreamed up this year. The level of athleticism and creativity that goes into this contest is what makes it so incredible to watch.
Well, you look at Sharp, and he's just short of the #1 spot in the voting. No question, it seems that he'll be a factor in the dunk contest.
Yeah, B.A., you don't want to have to win in the voting to be the winner on the court come All-Star Weekend. I'm sure he's got what it takes to get some 10s from the judges.
And as All-Star Weekend gets closer, we'll of course update you on how things are looking. But this year already promises plenty of standout performances.
Yeah, this is going to be a dunk contest you don't want to miss.
Here's Irving, and it's Dallas scoring again. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Mavericks.
They've been so aggressive getting out on shooters all game long. Nothing's getting past this defense, and that, to me, has been impressive.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition, just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
Lively passes to Irving. The 3 is up. And the Mavericks, another 3.
Boy, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Here's Henderson. Again, the miss by Portland.
He has to make that one. I mean, you have to make the defense pay when they slough off of you like that.
Exum passes to Irving. Over Henderson. Oh, he missed the chippy right there.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
You know what? That's a confidence shaker for him, though. I mean, that's a shot he expects to make every time.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Gets the 3 to fall. Irving's got 35 in the game.
His third triple of the game. A little more success from out there in the second half.
Henderson finds Avdia. Now Simons to snap the cold streak. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. Davis is...
No matter what he's tried, it hasn't worked. Unfortunately, the team is suffering from that.
Here's Irving. Again, Dallas.
Kyrie Irving.
Portland has got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. To the paint. And there's Simons. That one's good. On the assist by Henderson. Henderson's got 5 assists tonight.
This close in, Simons is consistent. The defense really can't allow him to find that look.
And he lobs it up. Trying to go for a lob there. Excellent defense and anticipation to stop it. Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
Here's Henderson. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Klingon. So both teams. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Clark Kellogg, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson thanking you for watching the NBA presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you later.